espresso I've ever had.
Tell me you feel good again.
I'm smelling colors. We're Chris and Sarah, a husband and wife full-time traveling duo who for the last year and a half have been seeing and experiencing as many things as possible. This week we've been in South Florida, and today's video is our second from the city of Miami. This one is all about our day exploring Little Havana. Let's go! Today we are in Little Havana in Miami, and if you know anything about Miami, you know that Miami actually about to hit a bowl, Chris. We felt that one of the best ways to really experience Miami would actually be to check out the Cuban side of it.
And there's gonna be a lot of food in this vlog because that's one of the best ways to taste the culture. So, but we're not foodies.
Yeah, we wouldn't call ourselves foodies, but we do think that this is gonna be a really good way to sample another culture.
So we're here to get the best Café con Leche and Café Cubano that Miami has to offer.
Or so we hear.
Let's go.
We'll be the judge. Different espressos today. We've got the Café Cubano, which is this little tiny one right here, and what my understanding is like a very strong espresso with a little bit of usually like brown sugar, like something sweetened to sweeten it up. So they put that in that little cute little cup, and then this is a Café con Leche, which is like a Cubano latte. It's got espresso, and then I'm pretty sure it's sweetened milk. I need to double check this, but it's their version of a latte. Ooh, that's good. That's right. It's very strong. That is the strongest espresso I've ever had.
Oh wow, that is really good. Oh, we are going to feel good today.
I feel so good right now. I'm smelling colors. Still the same good strong espresso, but not as overwhelming as that. There's a reason it's in a very tiny cup. This, they put the milk in with it, and oh my goodness, so smooth. It's not watered down like a lot of American lattes. This is just, it's like a hug. I am so happy, guys. Can we talk first before we analyze the whole place about how cheap it is? Like, this is authentic. I looked up several lists because I was like, I am going to find the best Cuban coffee in Miami, and multiple lists of like very reputable sources had Café Versailles, or Versailles, Café Versailles. I'm from the South, we say Versailles.
So, no, I literally grew up in a town in Kentucky called Versailles, Kentucky. That's how they pronounce it, so.
Because we don't know better. Anyway, Café Versailles they were on the list, as lots of lists, as like the best Cuban coffee. So we got a Café Cubano and a Café con Leche. I like the Café Cubano. It was just like a little shot. Like, I think they wanted you to like do it like a shot right there at the counter, but we took it away to like.
Yeah, it's got a kick.
It's good. So whenever I've had like espresso shots in the past, like I'll put like a little cream in it. I don't put sugar, because that's just me. I don't usually like sugar in my coffee. That's not my thing. But it was very nice. And I read online, I need to double check before we put it in here, but I read online, car lurking. I read online that they don't just put the sugar into the espresso like you would, like, you know, stir it up. They actually whip it first. So I don't know if that has something to do with the way it tastes, but it was really nice.
Yeah, and obviously the secret is not very much a secret anymore because there's a big film crew there.
Right.
And
we walk up with our dinky little cameras.
Nothing makes you feel so insecure when you walk up to a professional film crew with our, you know, our little vlog setup.
And
so
we have nice cameras for vlogging, but
yeah,
man, compared to those guys, I don't know what they were doing, but if the secret's not already out, it's out now.
Yeah.
And it's not because of us. We didn't ruin this place.
So come here. The pastries look amazing, but we're gonna go down the street and get a sandwich.
Oh, we didn't say how cheap it was too.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
So the Café Cubano was 95 cents, and then this was like, how much? It was $1 or something. It was like, it was under $3 total, whatever it was. That's
amazing.
Good price.
Yeah.
And for good coffee.
All right, so we're feeling great. We've got our caffeine. Let's go.
read to get here early, but I guess we got here too early. They open at 10, we got here at 10:01. Only people here, but it is a Wednesday. This is what our little appetizer is. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what it is. I need to look it up online, but I can tell it's fried, therefore I'm excited. Lots of cheese. I like cheese. I read that they homemade their pickles and their mustard, but the meat is like really flavorful, and the cheese is nice. The whole bread is really nice and toasted, which is good. It's got a little crunch, very soft on the inside, lots of flavor. I feel like it's the right amount of like meat and mustard and cheese and pickles. It's very tasty. Domino Park, and it has another name, but Domino Park is sort of what it's known for because they play dominoes there all the time. So dominoes is a favorite pastime of Cubans. It happens every day here in this little park. These older, it's mostly older people, a couple of young people, but mostly like retirees and that kind of thing. It's like their way of socializing. They're out there and they're very competitive.
Yeah, very competitive.
Yeah.
But what we noticed across the street was an ice cream shop.
Ice cream? We told you it was gonna be a lot of food today. This is our last stop. 3 places.
All right.
I will say, everything's been very budget friendly so far. Hopefully the ice cream's the same way.
All right, let's go.
And it's got guava chunks, Maria cookies, and cream cheese. But it's really good. It's very sweet. Like, I really into the whole guava thing. I guess it's very Cuban. This is their best seller. But it's creamy and sweet. And I'm glad I got one scoop of it. It's melting fast too because it's warm today.
I got the Café con Leche, but it's got coffee and Oreo in it. So can't go wrong with chocolate and coffee. Especially for a hot day. This is exact.
Thank you.
Especially for a hot day, this is exactly what you need.
Oh, that's a lot of coffee. That's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's more coffee than Oreo.
Yeah, it's a lot of coffee.
It's warm today. It feels so good. So everything we did today in Little Havana has been right here on this one street. We're on 8th Street right now. And it's actually been really nice because we just started at one end on the west end and just went all the way east. And in order, everything was just back to back. So we did coffee, and then the next thing on the list, we actually passed this earlier. We had to come back to this one. But then the next one, so it was coffee, then sandwiches, and then the ice cream, the Domino Park, the Star Walk, and what was the other thing we did? Oh,
salsa.
The salsa. They are all right there in that same little block, right in the main area, like main downtown Little Havana area, right here on 8th Street. So very convenient. Actually pretty easy parking, at least it is during the week. I can't speak for the weekend. The weekend has been pretty easy. Definitely a nice day. We've had fun. I have. Have you?
I've had fun.
Can we get more coffee before we leave?
Let's go.
All right. Kramer, you haven't been invited to any of the festivities today. What have you been doing? Dad, you just been laying here? Did you have a good nap while we were gone? He's so good. Our Little Havana has all these little chickens all over, and they're all decorated a little differently. I feel like we're getting the full Little Havana experience today because it's nice and hot, a little bit humid. I'm feeling it. Are you?
I'm feeling it a little bit, yeah.
It's been fun though. We've had a lot of fun. I think one thing that's, you may stop talking while you're driving.
No, it's fine.
We may be in Little Havana and it may feel like a little bit of Cuba, but they're still driving like Miami. Anyway.
Well, we don't know if they drive like this in Cuba either.
They may, I don't know. Anyway, so Little Havana has definitely got like a touristy feel to it. Like, you know that people come here for like the touristy site. Like, there are a lot of tourists that come through here. There's like double-decker buses going through on tours and that kind of thing. So you will see that, and it does have that tourist feel, but there is that side of like authenticity still, especially like in Domino Park. Like, those guys are like the real deal. I mean, you could tell they know each other well. They're there all the time. They're just playing dominoes, and they actually had a sign up inside the park that said something about be respectful of activities that are already taking place there. So what I took it as is, don't, as a tourist, interrupt the game playing, because this is their real life. And so Chris and I, we sat down at a table and we just sort of just looked on for a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. It was really interesting. I mean, those guys are fast. I've played dominoes before, but I've actually forgotten how to play. There may be more than one way to play.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But that was a really cool experience to see that. It's been a fun day. But unlike what I was saying, is like, there is that touristy aspect of Little Havana here. But unlike a lot of touristy sections of cities, this was not that expensive. So we both got coffee this morning. We got a Café con Leche and a Café Cubano. And then we split a sandwich and got an appetizer, and then we both got a scoop of ice cream. In total, all in, we came in around $30, which we usually like to keep our videos on budget. We don't eat out a lot and that kind of thing in normal everyday life. So when you guys see us eating out in our vlogs, that's pretty much it. But we kept it on a really good budget today. I was really happy. I mean, that's not that different than going to Chipotle or something.
And even parking was like 85 cents for half an hour, or an hour and a half, or so. It wasn't really awful.
Wasn't that bad. And while all this stuff was on the same street, I think they were a couple, like, from the first thing we did, which was Café Versailles, all the way up to like the ice cream in Domino Park, I think it was close to 2 miles. So you could walk it. It's a busy road. So we ended up parking at Café Versailles and then the sandwich place, and then parking one time. So we parked 3 times, but I think we spent like $3 total on parking too. So really wasn't a bad day financially.
No, it's great. I would highly recommend coming here.
It's a neat little experience.
Like, they have the great food. They have salsa. Cuban cigars are really big here if you're into that kind of thing. It's a really cool part of Miami.
It's very colorful. I think that's one thing Chris and I are really loving about Miami second time through, is we're seeing little glimpses of the other the Latin countries that are represented here in Miami. And it's just so colorful and vibrant, and the people are so nice, and just, I don't know, it's been a really great experience this time around being in Miami. I definitely want to come back again.
Yeah.
You agree?
I agree. I want to come back.
I'm trying to convince Chris to move to Miami with me, because this weather is totally sealing the deal. The weather and the food, I'm done. Miami's my new home. All right, see y'all later.